Good morning, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good morning, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. On this beautiful 50 some degrees stormy post Ian hurricane weather that we are getting. Hey, the platforms are blazing. Social media is at its all-time high. People who wanted to be stars are now finding a way to become in the spotlight, get in the spotlight. You have so many folks just looking for their one time of fame. They want to just be in the spotlight. They want to have the glory. This is their one time on Apollo. How many of you folks for years want to be on the front page of a magazine? You want to be on Vogue. You want to floss your hair. You want to lift your eyelashes and darken your eyes and get that Jezebel look so everybody can give you that thumbs up and say, oh, you look beautiful, fabulous. Oh, you look stunning. How many of us is glorifying that type of fame? How many people are in that type of vanity? There's a word I'm looking for. Is the seven sins word. What is that word, folks? How many people seen the movie Seven Sins? You have you have lust and you have sloth and you have all these different things, and now you have social media to just get up there and do it all. That's where we at, folks. And so we're going to talk about the talk that ticks, the ticky tock. Like I say, tick tock, your time is up, folks. We on the clock, baby. The time clock has struck 12. Don't you hear it? The alarm is going off. Don't you see what's rising up out of the earth? Don't you see what's coming out the skies? Don't you see what's coming out the darkness? Hey, folks, TikTok is just one platform. But before, there was many others before TikTok. And my question to you is TikTok Satan's platform? If anyone out there think it is, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about what is it that we can do. What is it that we can do as a nation of people who don't want to go down that route, who don't want to see Satan's rising, who don't want to see our children's children become possessed, who don't want to see every single soul become gray and filled with death. And y'all probably like TikTok. What you talk about, Don? Here you go. Come on, folks. We know what it is. I mean, where can you find out how you can put your kids to sleep so that you can party and get drunk? Where can you go to find out ways to shut your babies up so that you can go out there and get drunk and get fucked? What other ways can you go and learn how to basically kill a man that you don't want to be with? Social media. Social media, folks. These platforms, like even this platform I'm spitting on, the StreamYard, platforms that you are allowed to be able to be vocal and allowed to be able to be heard. If I'm heard, you don't think that Satan's children is heard? You don't think that they have a mic in a nice studio, an illustrious studio where they can do their live streams and then they get their donations and keep growing? Ask yourselves, who the hell is the Logan boys? Paul Logan and whatever the other boy is, those Logan kids, they just became super powerful in social media. I'm just using TikTok though right now. But social media really should have been the main topic. I just targeted TikTok for one reason, because I never used TikTok, and I don't think I'm really going to use TikTok. But it's just that the fact that I believe that TikTok has a hidden agenda. Like I say, the name is TIk TOk. It's like a time bomb. Tick, 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 before it explodes. And what is this explosion? That's what you got to understand, or figure out. What is this explosion? And that's where I want us to really have a strong conversation. What's up, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents? This is Icy Don, aka Don M, aka Donald Murray, aka Black Power, Dusty Don, Icy Don. You know, I mean, these are all aliases that we create, people that we become. And that's in the world that we live. Now, in social media, if you don't know who I am, I can play the role and I can play the game and I can be whatever I want to be. But y'all know who I am. And if you don't know who I am, this is who I am. I'm Icy Don M, the man who's saying that we must really start getting our children off of TikTok. It's imperative for us to realize that we cannot be having our kids going into a fantasy world on TikTok. It's very important. I'm laying down because it's such a beautiful night. I mean, day. And I'm laying down because I just want to be in peace today. I told myself that I'm going to lay down and I'm not going to move much. I'm going to relax. And I'm going to get my mind right. And it's important for us to do that. Because when we're fighting these spiritual warfares, you have to relax yourself. You can't always be moving about. And thank you, Lord, for this rainy day. Because it allows me to say, you know what, I'm going to relax. But I do want you all to know that we cannot relax on the situation. That's why even as I am relaxed laying down, I am still doing work. I am reaching out to people. I am speaking out to people, and I'm still saying it's time to wake up. Like in my deepest Spike Lee voice, wake up. No, no, not Spike Lee. In my deepest Larry Fishburne voice, Lawrence Fishburne. He don't really like the name Larry. His name is Lawrence Fishburne. Wake up, folks. We are allowing these social media platforms to grow, 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 and we have no clue of what the overall outcome is. But because so many of you ladies, so many of you boys, so many of you men, so many of you girls just want to be famous, that you would do anything to become famous. You would sell your soul. And that's what the social media platforms are, for people who's willing to sell their souls for likes, views, clicks, thumbs ups, just to feel important. How many people out there before social media didn't know what to do with themselves, and now they have social media, they feel like they the highlight of life. They feel like they the spotlight. They feel like, you know, all eyes are on me. Even though not one person have you ever even seen, met, or touched, but you have 100,000 followers. How you think that makes a person feel? You have 10,000 followers. You have 2,000 followers. You have 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers to a person who have five is big numbers. And so for those people who glorify and getting these big numbers, what is the overall point? Because like I said, Satan is working. And if you're not on these platforms doing work that is going to be uplifting, positive, what is positivity? We're going to talk about that one day, but positive, because you could be focused on something that's negative to the enemy. You understand? You can be planning something that's so negative to the enemy. So what really is positive? Because positive and negative on the battery is still the battery, and it makes the battery work. So something that might be positive to one side might be negative to the other. So if you ain't focused on positivity for the uplifting of mankind, so we can defeat Satan, then you're working and doing the positivity for Satan for the destruction of mankind. And that's what we have to figure out. We have to differentiate which side we are on. Because this platform of TikTok, this platform of Facebook, this platform of YouTube, the platforms all across, the main agenda is to get, one is to recruit. So they're recruiting as many souls. Okay, it's not about recruiting like people, it's really about recruiting your soul, your inner spirit. Like I was all my lives of knowing women who have children and just looking and watching their children and watching the children's spirit and souls become social media lies, watching their spirits and soul become vain, watching their spirits and souls become empty, void. Watching their souls become dark. And it's so scary when you're looking at you with a woman, and you around their kids and you see dark souls and you want to say something, but you already know it's going to trigger this woman, be like, yo, you judging. Oh, you doing this. Why you have problem with my kids? No, witch. You see, we got to start calling these words again. Not bitch, witch. No, witch. The creation that you have, I can tell, will be demon children. And as long as you are feeding them and giving them the tools to keep enticing that demon in them, Satan's going to win. So as long as you keep buying your kids these phones and keep buying your kids these technology to put in their hands, and you can just drift away, you can go drink your drink, smoke your smoke, get stuck the way you want to get stuck, while your kids is being bombarded with knowledge from the devil. Then you come back and they talking to you about, hey, mommy, do you know how to do this and do that? Like, yo, how do you know how to do this? Oh, well, Tommy has his he has his TikTok and he has like 800 followers and he's showing us how we can make mob bombs. Like, what's a mob bomb? Like, who knows? I'm just making some shit up. But that's where we at right now. We're in the stage where our social media, our TikTok, all of our platforms is teaching us ways to destroy each other. Now you say, okay, Don, we talk about this, then what? The whole thing is for us to slowly start rebelling from these platforms. We must start rebelling from these platforms. And that's the way that we're going to be able to rise up and really overcome and get off the situation. Because like I said, when you look at TikTok and they're showing you how to cook chicken with NyQuil, what's the end result of that? It's called the emergency room. It's called the medical office. It's called the hospital. And when you have hundreds of thousands of people trying this because they want to see what it do, because they know NyQuil put you to sleep and you can sleep real good off of NyQuil. Just imagine you cooking a whole meal for your family, your kids. You want them to be quiet for the night. You want to sneak out. And you got all these people practicing NyQuil chicken. See what happened with Benadryl. See what happened with Benadryl, right? That was a major epidemic with Benadryl and women giving children Benadryl. Where did they get that from? Had to be social media, if not a nurse or a doctor. But it had to still be social media. And we have to understand where the social media is leading us. Yes, you can become famous. Yes, you can become rich. Yes, you can have followers. Yes. But at the very end, that's the gift that the devil gives you for the overall curses that he's having to come. That's the gift that he gives you for the overall curses to come. What reason did I do this live? I was just looking at my timeline, not on YouTube, but I was just looking at my Google timeline and stuff like that. And I saw something and it made me say, wow, what is the SAFE Act? The Safety Act, the Safety Act law, the Safety Act law. Well, they think that that is signs of the purge. And so I was just looking at that. And so that made me just start thinking and thinking and thinking. And I just started going in blast world. And I just said, you know what? Do a live stream. Let's talk this TikTok because I'm really stuck on stupid of how in the world you got people going around cooking chicken with NyQuil. Don't you understand that the fumes alone when you boil, like if you boil alcohol, the fumes from alcohol itself can cause some type of damage. And people don't understand that you cannot burn certain things. I was in this young lady's house and she was had a real strong funk in her house. Didn't know what it was. She thought it was a kitty litter. She didn't know what it was. She thought it was a cat. She thought it was a mouse got killed and died somewhere in the wall. She didn't know what it was. And so she was boiling something in the pot. And if her daughter didn't come into the kitchen, there's no telling what could have happened to us because the fumes were just boiling and boiling and boiling and like boiling out. It was just boiling. And you know, stuff smoke rises. So all the fumes was going upstairs. She boiling uh, Fabioso and all the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Smell good, chemicals. But you're boiling it and you don't know what it's doing to you. But this is what we trying to tell you. So when we start doing things that we seen and emulating things that we seen that other people doing on these sites, it's like becoming a jackass. Remember the show The Jackass? They may start making movies because they want you to start doing these things. Because these things would be the things that actually can take your life. And that's where we at. Things that Satan wants to take our lives because Satan hates us. And that's why I did this live because it's time for us to really start truly finding ways to have a love for one another, unity. Because right now we're about to really be in a self-destructive state because we haven't really had a right communication in regards to what is right and what is wrong. And like I said, because everybody want to be famous, everybody want to be glorified, everybody want to be on the spotlight. Wrong is right. What you mean wrong is right? Wrong is right. You know, one thing that is really horrible when you have a daughter or a girl, and she's always in the mirror, always doing her hair. The house is dirty. There's dishes in the sink. There's things that need to be done. There's laundry to be done, but she's just in the mirror doing her hair, doing this, doing that. And she's only 10, 11, 12. She's always doing that, always trying to look pretty, always trying to be beautiful at that such a young age. But there's so much more that can be done with her life. But she's just sitting there want to be glorified. So she glorifies herself just by looking at herself and saying, oh, I look pretty this way. Oh, I look nice this way. It's cool to be a girl and do girly things. But like we say, when you are being conditioned and trained now, you do that on your own. But now when you have a platform where you see this woman doing it, this girl doing it, that woman, this woman, or this little girl, she made her own product line and her mom's behind her. And because her mom's was like that, and her mom's just pushing and pushing her to be like that. Satan works. Satan works are amazing. The way Satan works is very conniving. But the works of Satan is amazing of how he precisely will alter everything around to make sure that he can corrupt everything. And we fools go for it. And then those parents would say, oh, leave her alone. They just the children. No, raise them right. Don't have them in the house all day long and there's so much that they could be doing, but you're allowing them their own time, own freedom, and own space, because that idle time, Satan will come in and start showing them things, especially when they have technology. And that's where we at right now. Don't get nothing twisted. I am dressed. I just said that I'm going to get up and rest. You dig? I am dressed. I just wanted to relax because I was beating myself up, burning myself down, running around too much. And sometimes that can have a toll on your body. But don't think and ever think that I'm on some lazy mode and on some weak mode. I'm actually dressed, ready to get up and out and go about. But I felt it was important for me to talk about this TikTok. So let me talk about this purge that they're talking about with the Safety Act. That's what, like I said, that's what made me do this live. We talk about a Safety Act. And with the Safety Act, for example, I live in New York and I've been locked up several times. I understand why they're doing certain things. It's just that you have other people out there who will find ways because they know that this is a doorway for us to actually not be treated as slaves. For example, most of my arrests in life was because of driving with suspended license or possession of a nickel bag of weed. Okay? A nickel bag of weed. Out here they do use little caps. A little cap. A little baggie. And so for me to be sitting in jail for 3 weeks because possession of a little baggie of marijuana was just like kind of annoying to the system itself. So the system itself, after a whole bunch of people start fighting, like, yo, this ain't right. This person couldn't afford this $1,000 bail that you put on him for the local a nickel bag of weed because he's been arrested 3 times because of weed, and now you're charging him a bail because he's been smoking weed. He getting caught by cops and harassed by cops because he had a joint on him, and so now he has $1,000 bail and he can't get out of jail unless he pay the bail or until the court date, and then the court date keep being extended. They made it Safety Act, Lord, where, you know what I'm saying, they getting people up out of there, because in that 3 weeks of me being locked up, I can get cut up, I can get poked up, I can get into many fights for nothing because of demonic people that's in the layer. And here I am getting caught because of a little nickel bag of weed. Or cap or B. They use capsules out here. Is that fair? And so they made laws to actually protect those people from the system of raping you. See, the system wants to rape you, and the system don't care if you be in jail and be harassed. The system don't care if you in jail and you're being tortured. The system don't give a flying F what happens when you in the system. All they want to know is how much revenue they can make. And so you have people that's fighting the system. And so they actually open up the door and say, you know what, bail reform. You ain't going to keep jamming these people up. You keep jamming these people up. The man drives suspended license. He's freaking over 35. He's over 40. He wasn't driving in a manner where he was reckless. We just pulled him over because the brake light was out there. We checked for the license and realized he didn't have a license. So he's supposed to sit in jail for 2 months. So he's sitting in jail because what? Well, I got pulled over. What you get pulled over for? You speeding? You driving? Nah, my brake light went out. Okay, so then what? Then they arrest me. I have my license. Okay, so why are you still here? It's been 2 months. So when they're making laws like that to protect these individuals, a lot of individuals out there are saying, oh, you're letting out villains, you letting out crooks, you letting out criminals, you letting out revolving criminals. You know what I'm saying? They just in and out the door, in and out the system. You letting out murderers. And this is their way of really trying to still stop something that could be in the right way good if it's handled properly. But then when you look at some things, you be like, yo, that dude had a gun charge. That dude walked. That dude is known for violence. That dude went home. And so they say that that is the purge that's happening. What makes me nervous is that a platform like TikTok will take that and act it out. See what I'm saying? The platform like TikTok would take these real stories and run wild with it in short story form. See, understand what I'm saying? So many people want to be actors and actresses and dancers and performers and just famous, and they would do the craziest things to get that like and to get those views, to get that viral movement, but don't understand that they are doing the Satan's work. And that's why it's important for us to understand that these social media platforms are not always as good as they can be. They can be really great, but they're not as good because, like I say, they belong to Satan. They really do. You guys sitting around playing games thinking they don't. These are Satan's platforms that we are playing on. Why do you think I fall back so much? Because I know what I'm dealing with. From the time of me getting on social media, I've never in my life had so many people come at me in such a negative manner. I'm not used to that. I'm used to people coming at me, but not so many because you guys didn't even know me. But like I said, when you're dealing with Satan platforms, that's what can happen. And that's why it's important for all of God's children, all the chosen ones, all the elite groups that's in the spiritual warfare to rise up because we have to really put an end to a lot of this shit. Now we say social media, the digital world is where it's at, where are we going? Okay, so we're gonna need these individuals to control it, to make sure that the devil is not steering the wheel. Oh well, if he makes it, he controls it. Well, we still can take it over. The bottom line is what information are we putting out there that we want to be received on? And that's how you control it. So if everybody's putting out the right information. Oh, what's the right information? If everybody's putting out the right content, oh, what's the right content? If everybody's putting out content of upliftment and lovingness, that's how you defeat the satanic social media revolution. There's a satanic social media revolution that's galvanizing millions and millions of legions of villains. Can you just imagine, like when back in days in Super Friends, and they were showing all the villains, and they were showing all the different villains. Just can you just imagine millions and millions of villains all coming together to attack in many different ways, whether it's through your food, whether it's through your water, whether it's through your air, whether it's through your medication. Do y'all hear where I'm at right now? Like social media, oh, well, it's good, but too much medicine can kill you. Too much of this stuff can destroy you. Being intoxicated with too much of this nonsense can really, really, really destroy a lot of good lives. Those bad lives, let them destroy them. But the good lives, we got saved, and that's where we at. That's what made me come out to do this little conversation. You know, I don't talk about this random stuff like that. But when I do pop up, it's because something means something. I was around these kids and I'm just seeing them all on their phones and looking at TikTok. And then, you know what I'm saying, just watch their parents and watch their moms and just look at them not really truly paying attention to what they be on. And they say, what you on? I'm on TikTok. Like TikTok is such an innocent platform. Oh, what you doing? I'm on TikTok. Oh, no, what you watching on TikTok? And all social media platforms. It don't matter. It's not just about TIk TOk. It's not about the time bomb. It's about all of our social media platforms. What are we entertaining our children with? What are we allowing our children to be entertained with? Because you don't want a child who don't think that daddy, who haven't seen their daddy, who's starting to believe that mommy don't love them no more, who has brothers and sisters, who have half brothers, half sisters, and don't have much love in their veins, and now they're watching ways of, you know, causing harm and destruction to one another. Don't think that they not going to want to experience. This is the generation that we are in. This is revelations. We are in a generation of people that is heartless. Your child, look at your child is way more heartless than you are. You might not think that, but trust me, this day and age that we live in is a heartless society. Therefore, we are raising up heartless children. The things they see on TV makes you become fearless. And once you become fearless and then you don't have no fear of God, you're a problem. And that's what we have. We have a lot of problem children, problematic individuals. Hey, folks, I just want to show you something. I'm looking at my little thing. I'm really proud I got this thing. I actually had it for a few years, and I'm about to finally put it to work. Let me see if I can show you. It's a little messy over here. Oh, these are my boards. But see, like I say, showing something good and positive. I bought this machine years ago. My hot dog machine. I bought a hot dog maker. I bought a cotton candy machine, and I bought a popcorn maker. So I had my icy, my hot dog, I had all this bangy bang bang bang. I made money with that machine one time and made the money back, and I just left it in the garage. This week is gonna be the first time I bring this hot dog machine out in over 5 years. And these are good things and good stories that we talk about. We need to really start just talk about every positive thing that we can talk about, and we got to stop talking this rah nonsense shit. We got to stop showing each other how to create things and destroy things. Like for example, I deal with icy, and one day everybody say, "How you keep it cold? How you keep it cold?" I don't even be wanting to tell people how I keep it cold, especially kids, because one time I was selling. Then they had a couple of young kids. They decided they want to sell, and they had got this thing called dry ice. Some people call it black ice. I don't know why they call it black ice when it's white. They call it black ice. That's why I know they're stupid. But anyway, I don't mean to be like that. But anyway, so the dry ice itself, and because you know how ice is liquidy, so it's wet, but this ice is dry, never become liquid, no moisture, nothing like that. That's why I call it dry ice. But this dry ice is so hot, it can rip your skin off your body. I'm not telling these kids about dry ice so they can say, "Oh, I'm an experiment." Because the one time I did, the dummies took the dry ice, put it in the bottle, and let the bottle explode. I'm not gonna tell you how, but TikTok would. How do you make a bomb from dry ice? You know what I'm saying? That's what they would show you. How do you do this from this? How do you do this from soap? How do you do this from dishwashing liquid? I would love to see the statistics of people that had to go to the hospital because of things they tried out that they seen on social media. I would love, man, if I really had the money and time, I'd become an investigative reporter, and I would go around city, hospital to investigate the amount of people who come into the hospital and they said that they seen something on social media and they tried it, and this is the end results. It would be staggering. But the thing is, they would keep that out of they would keep that out the loop. They would keep that out of the news. They would keep that really out because they don't want to hurt their satanic platform. You diggy? They don't want to hurt their satanic platform. So they're not going to express all the things that really be going on behind the scenes, folks. You think that the hospitals don't be seeing the worst of the worst because of the stupidity? Matter of fact, damn it, I wish I was on my laptop because I can go on my phone real quick. I almost want to Google it. You know what I'm saying? Someone Google it. Deaths from social media, deaths from social media trials, or deaths fatalities from social media experiences. You know what I'm saying? Be like 800,000 people die trying to do this challenge. Hold your breath in the plastic bag challenge. They call it the suffocation challenge. See, when that ice, what was that? The first major challenge that they had, the ice, that stupid ice challenge. Are we doing this ice challenge for what cause? That's when I knew that we were in trouble. I see Michael Strahan doing. I see all these celebrities start doing the ice challenge. I was like, okay, yeah, we are definitely in trouble. Next thing you know, it's the light yourself on fire challenge. See how long you can burn without burning yourself up. Understand? And that's because you have demonic entities on these waves, getting you guys, and getting these kids to do these stupid shits so that you can die. It's really that simple. Satan's end goal is to watch you die. Satan don't like you. It's not your friend. Satan is not your buddy. But so many people want to embrace Satan like he's my pal. And that's why I'm doing this live, because I just want to wake you up, to make you understand that we're in a spiritual warfare. We need as many souls on the front line to fight. And we cannot be allowing these social media platforms to intoxicate us with infest us with evil. We must now turn it and use these social media platforms for more stronger, positive, uplifting, and that's important. I'm doing something real quick. I'll be forgetting how to use this shit. Post comment. If there's anybody who would like to chop it up and talk about this topic real quick. If you like to talk, express how you feel about it, if you like to, let me know that I might be a little bit off, or if you would like to let me know I'm a little bit on point, holla at me, holla at the people, let them know how you feel about this topic. What do you think about social media? Do you think it's a great thing, a good thing, a bad thing, or it's just something to do? Do you think that social media's overall purpose is just to have something for people to do? Or do you think that there's a major end game to social media? You can tap in, or you can call me at 646-953-4455, and we can chop it up and we can talk about it personally. But ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation about this. Is social media here? Is it here for us to do good things? Or is it really here for the end game, and the main purpose is for a corruption? Is it for the good, or is it for corruption? And even if it's like a 60-40, If it's 60 this and 40 that, that's what it is. It's the higher it is, then that's what it is. How many people think that social media is really for the greatness of mankind? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. How many folks out there think that social media is really designed? The head person who designed social media and the team of people that they have for social media, main purpose was for everyone to be part of something that's so positive that that's what it is. Because look, listen, folks, if it was designed that way, they would ban everything up there that's not in that path, in that direction, in that lane. Everything would be banned. But because everything goes, it scares the life out of me. If no one complains, then it goes. No, but if it's not supposed to be up there, it shouldn't be shown. For example, like when you look at TV, when you had TV, you had television, you had regular TV, then you had cable. Regular TV, you knew you wasn't gonna see no titties, you knew you wasn't gonna see no penis, you knew you wasn't gonna see no coochie, you knew you wasn't gonna see no fucking. Cable, you see the whole shebang bang. They control it. They control their network. So if social media networks and their platforms was really basically for this, then there's no way in life they will be having all these other things that when will make a person say that's Satan or that's the demon, that's the devil. You wouldn't have nothing on your show, on your network that allows people to think that. Once again, when I was growing up, we had channel, I'm from New York, so we had channel 11, we had channel 9, we had channel 7, we had channel 2, we had channel 4, we had channel 5. We had the basic channels. And on the basic channels, you did not get no curse words. I remember the first time I heard bitch on TV. It was a show called Dynasty. And she said, it was Joan Collins and Lexus and I forgot Blair Carrington. I forgot to say I remember the chick's name, Linda Carter. I don't even know her real name. Linda, was it Linda? No, Linda Carter was Wonder Woman. Linda something. I can't remember her name, but I remember Joan Collins. Who can forget Joan Collins, Alexis? So Alexis. And I remember she said, "You miserable bitch," and slapped her. And then they had a fight. That was big shit on Dynasty when Joan Collins and Blair Carrington had to fight. You miserable bitch. We look like, oh, mommy, she cursed. Oh, now you don't know which network is what. You can go on these, you can go on these networks, these channels, and you can see porn, you can see gore, you can see things that you don't see in cable. So if there was like family oriented and a platform for you just to post good things, no, it's not. It's anything goes because it's satanic, Satan's platform. Just imagine going to church every Sunday and everything goes. The pastor up in there, you know this motherfucking devil's a bitch now. Oh shit. This devil, we gonna assassinate that motherfucker. The corruption this motherfucking devil doing every goddamn day. Shit. Y'all better get y'all fucking pistols. Cause this devil's real. Imagine every Sunday you go to church, that's how they preach it. Amen. Fuck that devil. And the woman jumps up, fuck the devil. Can you imagine that? What's wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that? It's just words, right? Would you really accept that though? Would you? How would you accept that, churchgoers? Would you go back to that church? You had the little girl standing, fuck the devil. Little boy saying, fuck the devil. Now they singing the song, fuck the devil, amen, the Lord, and press on and kill them demon bastard children, fuck them, amen to God. We love you, Jesus, but we hate this motherfucking devil, kill him. That just don't go, right? It just don't go. No matter how many ways you put God and Jesus in it just don't go. But yet and still, when you switch the channel, you go to all these networks and it's just social media. Shut up, you dumb motherfucking devil. What can you do? It's just social. Like I say, as long as we as long as we going with the agenda, as long as we have people out there defending and saying, well, I don't mind. Well, bitch, what are you? You demon or devil? Which one? Demon or devil? Which one? You know you one of them. Oh, I don't mind. Any motherfucker who says, oh, I don't mind, slay him. Don't hesitate to slay him. Whether you slay him with your words or you slay him with your weapons, slay him. We're in a spiritual warfare battle right now. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind the ruling of Satan. Oh, I don't mind the teaching of Satan. Oh, I don't mind watching you die. Slow. And that's why I want y'all to understand. That's where we at right now. If you're trying to get into any righteous kingdom, you cannot be having a mentality of, oh, I don't mind what's going on. There's nothing I can do about it. You're not coming in these doors. That's like saying, oh, I don't mind roaches in the house. Or I don't mind having rats. Or I don't mind having mice. I don't mind. What can you do? They're here. No, you prevent it from infesting your environment. Retard. So if you're a person who's like, oh, what are we going to do? What can we do about it? Just go kill yourself. First. That's what you do first. And then once you do that, then we have one less of a problem to worry about because you're a problem. Go kill yourself. Because if you see a problem in these situations, then you are the problem and you must check yourself. You got to do a diagnosis. You got to analyze yourself. Because yes, the social media is a gift. Because if it wasn't for that YouTube social media, I don't know what would have happened to me. But at the same time, it was a curse as well, because people who never, ever, ever met me in their lives before now met me in using so many negative views because so many satanic people was up there talking. But anybody who's sticking around to this day, this is 2022. If you sticking around, you listening to anything I say right now, salute. I know that you actually want to hear, even though you might not like what you hear, because sometimes, you might have a little, it's like having the flu, it's like having a cold, you might have a little mucus in your system called the demon. And, I'm like, that Benadryl, God, get it out. I'm penicillin. And when I'm speaking to you is because I need a dosage. Okay, so when I'm speaking to you, I need the dosage of my own penicillin. So I'm gonna have to hear my words as they're being put out there in the atmosphere. So I'm hearing my words. I'm hearing thoughts because this information is for me as well. My Negro Slew. What's up, baby? Slew, how you do? Slew, how you do? Thanks for the support, all the support that you have been given. You know what I'm saying? Just coming on deck and just saying what's up is great support. Thanks a lot, man. Really salute. Thank you. But like I say, yo, folks, we are in some deep, deep waters because they got us an illusion thinking that everything is really good. Everything is really good. Let me ask you something. Like with the show American Idol. Like you had these people that was on American Idol and they won and then they made a mark in life for themselves. Jennifer Hudson. You know what I'm saying? Forgot the other people's name, but you know what I'm saying? The country singers and all the motherfuckers. But they made a mark for themselves, right? With social media, could somebody name one person who's been in this main spotlight from social media? You know what I'm saying? That was birthed from social media that actually truly 100% is iconic in a certain way, that is in a positive way. Someone that was a social media head that became a lot mainstream, that is really a good person. In all the years of social media, give me three people that rose up from the social media world from a great channel and just doing great things, and now they they big time. Like what we got, the social media has been around for forever. Name a couple of people, like 3 to 5 people that is doing big things as a social media head, but is really doing big things in a positive manner that the people was like giving them praise, giving them props, giving them love. The support is real. I don't know. I don't. I'm not in the world. I mean, I don't know. I remember what was my boy name? Flacco. I remember Poetic Flacco. He was starting. He was naming a bunch of social media heads that got big platforms and things like that. But like I said, I want you to name some social media heads that not only got big platforms, but done made it over to mainstream and are doing great, great things, great, beautiful things. And that's what I want us to focus on. I want us to find those people and put them, like, for example, you have one dude, Campbell, who his platform became real big because he was abused in the industry. He was sexually touched. He was abused in the industry, and because he ran with that wave, that built his platform. You have, I think, Doggy Diamonds, and he be exposing the Illuminati spiritual the rituals in the industry. But it's like with this whole social media thing, the main thing, for example, like even myself. Okay, so I'm not just going to speak on other people. For example, myself. My channel never became huge, never became big, but I went from having like no subscribers to having a few hundred subscribers because I was retaliating against another black man. And everybody was saying, "Oh, your channel would have blew up if you would have did it this way. If I would have kept hammering and disrespecting the black man at the very beginning. If I was saying, oh, he was homeless, he was living in school. If I was doing everything that the people wanted to hear, even if it was a lie, my channel would have blew." But my whole point is, how many people channels blow because they are doing right, good things, and they are in the spotlight. They are sitting in the chair next to Oprah. They are sitting next to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wanted to give him a chance to freaking make some more money. He wanted to donate to the charity. Like, who out there? Because, like I said, going back to the Paul Logan and those 2 white boys who became YouTube sensations, next thing boxes. What was their channels based on that made them YouTube sensations? that made them social media megastars. And for you to become a social media megastar, it's very important for you to slander. Look at Leonard Arnold. Before Leonard Arnold was slandering and hammering, Leonard Arnold was just like in the movie Juice, and when Queen Latifah said to Q, the Omar Epps, he said, "Oh, you local? You know, you just a local DJ. That's good, you know, blow up locally, but yet and still, you know what I'm saying? Leonard was just local. He had his little small community, the people that was interested in the shit that he was talking about. But once he started and found the way to travel, and he realized, oh shit, you get paid and you can get a big channel off of fucking hammering a person, especially a black man. Oh, I'm gonna run on that. I'm gonna run on that. That's a demonic. See, Leonard Arnold's platform is demonic. No matter what you guys say, okay, is Leonard Arnold's platform based on good or is it based on evil? Some people say, well, it's good because he's exposing what? Because I went to the school and there's an HVAC on top of the building. Exposing what? This is what I'm trying to tell you. We be doing things that we don't know that we be working in the demonic. And like I said, this ain't me, you know, tapping Umar's back, but they said there wasn't going to be a block party for the first block party. They had a block party. Then they said, oh, it ain't going to be a second block party. He ain't not even going to have a school. There was a second block party. So what information did he put out that was factual? Or was he just putting out slander just to blow his channel up? That's demonic. How do we get back to Leonard Arnold? How do we get back to you? How does it get back to you? Because what we talk about is demonic usage of these platforms. To sit there and get people to give them donations, to take their donation money, and to sit their donation money on the table and watch it melt away and waste it. That ice cream still bothers me to this day. Like the ice cream just melting away. Everybody like, put the ice cream up. And he's like, ain't nobody gonna eat it. So why did you buy it? Okay, I'm gonna translate for him. Oh, because these stupid motherfuckers that be sending me super chats all the time, they're gonna keep doing it because they love hearing me talk about this nigga. So there's no money out my pocket. I don't give a fuck about that $5. Big man sent me that shit. When it's not your money, you don't care about it. Y'all stop super chatting that dude. Y'all stop sending him donations. Guarantee you no ice cream be sitting on nobody's fucking table. Guarantee you won't be buying a whole bunch of snacks just to be buying, thinking it's cute for props and then trying to get other people to become sponsors of his channel on some cornball shit. And it's really corny because of the demonic platform. See, my platform of talking about a person, I'm not talking anything except for facts. Like the paper I have in my hand is a court paper. It says, shit, sequestration, I don't even know that word, of witnesses involved, keeping witnesses apart from one another. You know what I'm saying? List any emotions. See, details of special issues of the case. See, what I have in my hand, what I talk about is real court shit, real factual shit. I ain't trying to make stuff up like, oh, look at him trying to get some cookies. and making an hour story on that. Like I said, the platforms be demonic. Oh, we got 800 people in the house. You know, I was about to get off 2 hours ago, but because we just got like another 400 people just to come on right now because they ain't have nothing to do. They want to hear me talk about this nigga. I'm gonna talk for another 2 hours about this nigga in the manner that is not anything except for demonic. Like I say, are our platforms demonic? Is this Satan's platform? I say TikTok, but I'm not only TikTok, all platforms. Hey, folks, let me switch off a little bit. I mean, know what just happened like 4 days ago? Remember, I told you that they sent that rocket in the air, flying 14, almost 15,000 miles per hour, to crash into that little asteroid that was spinning, that was flying around another star, which was, I think, is a planet. You know, it connected and supposedly blew up, right? Or touched down and did it. I think they said it caused like a 35-foot hole in the fucking asteroid. That's what I think they said. But they still talking about it. It's still conversation. But it was kind of quiet. Understand what I'm saying? It wasn't mainstream conversation. It wasn't front page news on newspapers. It's just quiet. Keep your eyes out for that shit, folks. The DART project. Keep your eyes out because it's not over. I just wanted to touch that real quick. It touched down September 26th. That was like that was about 6 days ago. How much of that been in the news, though? They sent a rocket to space that's been traveling for almost a whole fucking year to hit a fucking asteroid. And that's not in the news. They not talk about, they not showing us some fantastic photos of that. They're not showing it on the front page of the news, the fantastic photos. Why, folks? Aliens attacking soon. That's why. That was intergalactical war. That was an intergalactical war. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised you start hearing a whole bunch more shit happening with our water supply. Let's switch over. Remember the show V? Remember the movie V when it first came out? The show V for all those older folks. They made a sequel to it. What was the aliens after? The water supply. So don't think that you're not going to hear a lot of conversation about water real soon. We have Flint, Michigan, and then this is because we say real soon, but you gotta just think about like the last 10 years on the timeline. The last 10 years on the timeline, there's always been water problems. The last 20 years of the timeline, it's always been water problems. Don't think it's happening now. It's been going on. What just happened in Mississippi with their water? But maybe I'm just a conspiracy theory, conspiracy. But I still believe that it's way bigger than what you're thinking. And as long as they're keeping out your eyes and your ears, out of sight, out of mind, they can trick and fool you whichever way they want to. But those who are chosen, those who are woke, those who know, they know. Time for you to wake up. Once again, my deepest Lawrence Fishburne voice. Wake up! It's time to wake up, folks. It's so much that we could have been doing in the last 3-5 years with the social media platforms that we can be a multi-trillion-dollar nation of people. Right now, we need a nation of people just to be part of this economic wave. See, there's a race, and then there's economic race. Now, no matter what race, we have to make sure that our race is good. But economically, when all races is bad, you all in that one pot. It's survival of the fittest. So we do need a strong nation of people that's focusing together. But before that strong nation of people form from all different nations, each individual nation got to get their minds right and decide what God are you serving. Are you serving the money God, the devil, or are you serving the spiritual God? The other day I was talking to this girl and she said, yeah, she served the money God. She don't even know who she was talking to. I called her Jezebel. I ain't no Jezebel. I ain't no bitch. All right, I got something for you. I put the damn thing on. You think I'm just gonna say something? I put the preaching on. He's talking. I'm like, that's what you did. He's talking. That's what you did. He's talking. That's what you did. Jezebel playing games. Y'all gotta know when y'all being possessed. Women, women, my beautiful women. Can't call you queens. I'll call you women. You have to prove you're a queen. My beautiful women. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not calling you queens because you have to prove you're a queen. And technically look at the word queen because the word queen isn't really a positive word. But all you women out there, I don't want to forget my thought. So about Jezebel. Check your real self. Check yourselves because the only way that we can save ourselves, men and women, the only way we can save ourselves is by checking ourselves. Like they say, you got to check underneath for breast cancer, you got to check for lumps. You also got to check your soul and see if you're being targeted by the demon. You got to check yourself and see, like the last month, last week, the last few days, have you been touched by the devil where it's touching your soul? You must check yourself on a daily basis. Because if you, the day you stop checking yourself is the day that you become totally corrupted. And you would think that you're right when you're wrong because you just became what you wanted to become. But sometimes you got to check yourself so that you don't become what you want to become. Some people want to become that bitch. Some people want to be that nigga. But you got to check yourself so you don't become that bitch. And so you don't become that nigga. Going back to TikTok, the time bomb is ticking. You don't name your fucking show TikTok for no reason. What the hell, TikTok? TikTok to me is a time bomb. And what's going to happen is it's going to be an explosion of demonic forces that's going to come from the social media platform if it's not already not exploding. Black children matter, folks. I just would like to say thank you for your listening ears, especially if there's not no anything right now. I'm looking. I mean, I can go keep on talking because it's a lot of things I wanted to talk about. I just use TikTok as the opening, but I can do the second half and talk about some other stuff. I don't know what's going on in the world of the YouTube right now. I've been away for like 2 weeks strong. I've been away, way. I've been in my own world. I've been away from a lot of stuff. I went to the courts last week. They gave me a telephone number. I'm about to call it once I get off this live with you guys. I'm gonna call the number, and I'm gonna find out what's the status of my court date. Let's just go into that real quick, being that no one wants to talk about it. If you don't know, I had to go away for like 2 months. When I came back out, I missed my court date because my court date was sometime in July. I was in the round, But the thing that saved me was the fact that they said I used some of the court date and put it on YouTube, and I had to erase all the stuff off of that YouTube for me to proceed on with my court date. I did that in the to be honest, I don't even know what the hell they was talking about, to be honest. But whatever it is they wanted to erase, I erased whatever I could see, which was pretty much nothing. But I erased whatever I could see, and I went to the courts. I gave them the letter, I gave them the information, told them what I did. If they want to go search the channels and evaluate and delete whatever it is that they saw that I put up on their channel, which I don't see how the courts can know anything about my channel except for someone reporting it to the courts that I did it. But that was some bitch corny shit, because that was like their last draw of like, oh my God, I'm going to lose. So they say, oh, he's putting stuff on court from court on YouTube. He's using it. Like, nigga, you sound like a fucking faggot. The Umar Johnson, whoever's on your team, whoever's handling your business, yo, dude, we need to really fucking talk, yo, or fight, because you doing some dumb shit. Oh, he just deal with the situation. Don't make it worse. Don't think that yo, bro. I'm the one of the worst people in the world, because if I decide to strike, you will never see it coming. I'm that nigga, because I'm such a nice, decent, good person that you won't even expect me to strike the way I'm already plotting and scheming to strike. Don't make me ruin that FDMG. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I am destructive. And when I transform in destructive mode, I ain't gonna lie, I will tear that fucking building apart. I swear to God I would. I will. I'm not lying. It's all about the right time to do it. Handle the court shit, get me my bread. Because yo, those doors, I swear on my I swear on my grandmother's grave, I swear on my father's grave, I swear on every grave in the world, that is not going to be peaceful up there. I'm not lying to you. I don't care about I don't care about even if you get an order of protection. An order of protection will show that you're guilty. What you get an order of protection of a person that you owe money to? It's how you owe them or you don't. Why you gotta get order of protection? No order of protection was going to save that school. Nothing, because of defacing the school property. What, a few months? I just do 50,000 push-ups. You understand what I'm saying? If I decided, okay, well, I'm about to go into the resort again, and I'm about to get bulked, then I know that what I'm about to do is it's going to be enough time for me to do 50,000 push-ups when I come out and be a fucking rock. You don't want that. Me coming out being a rock and still having anger in me is still the same thing. This time it might be worse, because it don't have to be the building. See the satanic platform? You understand what I'm saying? See how we got the social media, we got the platform, you hear the talk when I'm talking? See how easy the platform could become satanic? See how I proved my point? I like proving points, and even if I have to use me to prove a point, I will prove that point. But the day I decide, because if you do not pay me, the day I decide to wild out, I probably will get paid more money wilding out than I did with you paying me the money you owe me. Like, here we go. Want to see it again with the satanic platform shit I'm talking about? All right, folks. Just imagine I launched if you want to watch me burn the FDMG, set a fire to the FDMG live, donate $50. See how we use a platform? If y'all want to see me burn the FDMG live on the opening day or the night before the first day of school, so we don't risk the children, donate $100. Well, how we know you're going? How you know we're gonna do it? Because it's gonna be step by step. You donate this, I'm gonna go get the gas. You donate this, you're gonna. I'm gonna film everything. Oh, we don't believe you. Well, okay. So first I go up there and just pour gasoline on the rock. Understand what I'm saying? See how this platform can become satanic? So now I poured the gasoline on the rock. So everybody use, oh shit, I get fucking a few donations. Light the rock on fire. Oh, they now mad people donate. Burn his book. Y'all want to see me burn the school? I need $10,000 because I need for lawyer fees. Just imagine, like I said, I decided to become satanic on these platforms. Okay, folks? Umar really needs to pay this money because the funniest thing is that those thoughts, when you sit, I'm sitting back and I'm like letting them marinate, those thoughts, if you're a weak person, can become laughable. Those thoughts can become passionate. Those thoughts can become actually a desire, especially when you're weak. Or if you're just entirely strong and evil. I'm like, don't make me break bad. Because I'm the type of football player who will huddle up. And I'm telling you the honest God truth. This is what I do. I'm the quarterback, so we huddle, and I give the play. We're gonna do a post out deep. You're gonna go this way. You're gonna go that way. But we're gonna post out deep. Then I'm gonna tell everybody on the other side, yo, we're going to Ra. We're going to go deep on Ra. Best stick them. And I would tell them who I'm going to throw to. And now everybody doing their running around their moves. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them. But I already told everybody throwing to Ra. Ra is getting the ball. Everybody on the field knows that Ra is getting the ball. I told in the huddle my players, I told you guys when I walked up to the line, I'm throwing the ball to this person. Why do you think I'm lying? Throw the ball to him, touchdown. Fucking retards, I told you to play. I've been doing that since a kid. I'm telling you to play by play. It's only when I decide not to do the play that it don't go. It's only when I decide to chill. It's only when I decide that I ain't got time for certain things that the play don't go through. But the play is still the play. And if I decide I would like to play a little dirty, I already told you something for 2 years ago. Day of school, if I don't have my money, it's dirty day. So everybody just know that first day of school at that school, if I don't have my money, it's dirty day. Simple. Thank y'all for your listening. We have to really get our kids off this TikTok because there's individuals out there that's way 100,000 times way worse than my words, way worse than my thoughts, because they want your kids to have their hair stuck to their hands. They want your kids to have hair completely matted on themselves. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Gorilla glue in their hair. Benadryl. NyQuil and chicken. I don't want to go and look at the amount of things they're doing. But because we have a society of people who just are really worthless, that you have these trends just popping up and rising and moving rapidly because you have so many people who don't know what to do with their idled time. Well, folks, it's 11 o'clock. I'm about to go pick up my pretzels and my hot dogs, and I'm about to start my little work for the day. Thank you for your listening ear. Yo, Slew, thanks for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? The only one was brave enough to come on my timeline. I only have 4 people viewing right now. I had the most I had viewing this live stream was 6. I don't know if it's the same 6 people or if in between different people popped in and out. Let's just say about, let's just say a total of 12 people, different people viewed this live stream. Let's see how many views I have at the end of this week. If it's 112, that's amazing because I only had 12 people who I talked to on this live stream. I'm happy for that. And I hope that that 112 people can resonate the words and move it properly. Don't get sidetracked about all this stuff I was talking about in regards to Umar Johnson, because you already know that that's supposed to happen. Nigga got to pay me my bread. The update is I got called this court, see if they're going to give me this next court date. They have my papers. I went there the other day and they was like, well, I guess it's up to the judges. It's pending. I need this judge to wake up and stop playing games and get me in this courtroom. Otherwise, I'm being in a jail cell. When is the FDMG coming? See, the first segment I talked about TikTok. The first hour I gave you your TikTok and social media, and then even as I'm talking about what I'm talking about, I'm showing you how these social media platforms can allow demonic conversation to flow. Here goes some more demonic conversation. Okay, more demonic conversation. Just imagine I take every dollar I make from these hot dogs all the way to the time that school open to pay somebody to do whatever it is I want them to do. Just from the hot dogs alone. I'm so silly, but for real. What if I was to start a campaign of help me sell 25,000 hot dogs so I could pay somebody to retrieve my money so we can live stream that shit? You can see me negotiating with the person. You can see me going through what I want the person to do. Yep, all that good shit. I want you to kidnap that motherfucker. I want you to throw him in the van. Get some white boys to do it. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? Rally them up by his words, by Umar's words, so they can see how much how he feel about white people. And have somebody go out there and scoop him up. And the reason is because he owes some money and he's going to pay. He's going to get the money by all means. Don't think that the shit is over though. But I'll stay away from social media. so I don't embrace a lot of his demonic thoughts and then put it out there. I will stay playing the game the right way. I'm in court, folks. I am reaching out to the Delaware newspapers with the story. They need to talk about the FDMG, the cease and desist order. They need to know that this man can't raise monies in Philly, his home state. They also need to know that he's been moving in a fraudulent manner. And the fact that he owes me bread is just the icing on the cake with the cherry. So, folks, it's a lot of work to be done. But I have to use the social media platform in a positive manner, even if it's in destroying someone. It can't be in the way that I was just describing. But I'm telling you, that is options. I just like to tell the play so you know. And then tell you why I'm doing it. If I do what I say, it's because of that, period. I tried with the courts, they didn't succeed. The police said they can't do nothing. So this is what I had to do. So my word's on record. If I have to resort to the darker way of retrieving my money, but oh well, shit, by all means, by God, I will have to do so. The first year when I couldn't move. I couldn't even leave the damn block. I had nothing. And even the donation money that was coming in, I needed a place to live. But now I'm okay. When I say okay, not really okay, but just I'm surviving a little bit better. I can focus and do things a little bit differently now. I can move a little bit different. I can go. I have a car. I can go back and forth to Delaware real fast. No license, but a car. Who cares? But Icy Dawn will be signing off at 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna give you an hour 30 lineup. So before I end this live, I just gotta say something I always love to say. Black man rise, original rebel. Black man rise, original rebel. Rebel. Black man rise, original rebel. Black man rise, original rebel. Rebel. All right. We need you to rise and be the original rebel. I know it's a lot going on. I know we have to fight a lot of our demons inside of us. I know we have to battle a lot of demons around us. I know we have to battle our lust. I know we have to battle those who come lustfully. But yet still, we must rise up and fight. Black man rise, original rebel. When I was locked up, I mean, that 2 months wasn't like really locked up, but shit, as long as you in the cage, you locked up. I don't know what people be thinking. Oh, you just gone for 2 months. You sit in a cage for 2 months. I don't care if it was 2 days. You sit your ass in a cage for 2 days. What is that called? Locked up. Oh, you wasn't going long. Shut the fuck up. I was locked up, nigga. I wasn't free. But I came up with a little hook with the Black Man Rise original rebel. It was a theme song. It was like a little marching anthem. I says, it's too much money in this world for us to be starving. It's too much money in this world for us to be robbing. There's too much money in this world for us to be without a job when this greedy devil living, eating, slobbing. There's too much money in this world for us to be starving. There's too much money in this world for us to be without a job, or should I say robbing? There's too much money in this world for us to be without a job when this greedy devil living, eating, slobbing. Black man rise, original rebels, folks. And in my case, Umar, there's too much money in this world for me to be starving. Umar, there's too much money in this world for me to be robbing. Umar, there's too much money in this world for me to be without a job when this greedy devil living, eating, slobbing. That's you. Slobbing all on the phones like everybody be saying, spitting, talking like they be saying, screaming, dictating the flow where no one's really eating around you. But now all of a sudden you gotta be robbed of your dignity, robbed of who you are. You robbed yourself. I want to know how cold that gym is going to be. If you got the HVAC on the school and you didn't get the HVAC on the gym, do the HVAC cover or did you fix the HVAC on the gym? Because the gym's still the only thing that you can work out of. It's going to be cold in that bitch. So you got the HVAC on the school that's not going to open. You got a workable gym that's ice cold, and throughout the whole summertime, you didn't make no bread off that gym. And now fall and winter season coming, and you're still not gonna make no bread off the gym. But you got a $50,000 HVAC on top of the school that's not even opening in 2022. You got enough money to pay me my money so I can fall out. Thank y'all for your listening here. Peace.